Mrs. Virginia is a country woman with few students born and raised is the land of listening. Remote areas all year round sell face for land sold back to heaven all her property. Have only small plot of land for house level. 4 red tile roofs and the only son. Currently working and making a living in Florida in the twilight years of life. It seems like every wave. The wind in her life has been through everything. Thought it would be no big deal. More terrible could make her collapse. But unexpectedly, Judith's son, Christian despite his poor background. Difficult but he is very smart Christian talented. Good although his personality is a bit wrong. Cold and indifferent but no one has. Can sympathize with a man of few words but know how to try hard to improve her. Judith is the one who understands her son best. His withdrawn personality. Success. Also because of the family. She felt so ashamed. Ashamed of her son because of her. Can't keep a roof over his head. Neither her father nor her mother could keep her. Her husband cannot make him love. Love cannot live together. With husband's family so all is. Because of her. Her son also had to suffer. Was fired because they thought he was not. Have blood relation with your family. Them and then he continued to suffer the cold bed from the outside. Quietly. The neighborhood moved away from me. Grow up and mature in words. Neighbors gossip. Childhood trauma that left Christian. From a lively child to a sullen one. Distant. Although Mrs. Judith knows all the jokes. She could not refute what you said. Then people also have information that people believe then will not gossip this life. It's so difficult, you know that? That should be beyond acceptance and tolerance. Then she has no way to be a person. Poor uneducated rural women. How can one have enough information to fight back? Again the society is always unfair to women as a tradition. Evil is only the fault of her son. Children are born innocent. Have to endure things that are not worth having and therefore mother and child love. They are always indifferent. Because of the child's guilt. Judith's past towards her son was totally satisfying attitude. As long as Christian opened his mouth. She would never have said anything. Now refuse so even if you want to go. Study in the province and live alone but still. Go to the city to study at university and then do it yourself. She responded alone and then came. The whole custom of getting married without picking up the bride. Like at grandma's house. And also respond to the child so that even though I am married and living now. With city wife but desired by son because he said he was afraid of her. Used to urban life so no. Let her stay with me so she also responded. Always finally you Judith even have children. Successful and talented men but still have to. Living alone in a lonely room. The small house is empty day by day. Less missing children and feeling lonely. In your old age you work as a hired hand. Change on the field to do the picking work. Tea leaves at the construction site every day to waste your idle time. Me. She doesn't spend or buy anything. Get paid then save and send. The bank bought some seedlings to plant. Green small garden behind the house. It's been almost a year since my son got married. Married friend Judith just met. Daughter-in-law named Hannah double. 3 times is also when Christian brought his wife home. Visit mother and also on holidays. Death anniversary that son must attend every year. But that's it even though I miss my son so much. Want to be close to the child that I broke up with. Judith's biological mother was not her. Never expressed any desire to go to the city. Live with children to take care of both wives. Husband but she also got used to it. Listened to all my requests so. After being rejected by her son many times. Then she did not dare say anything more. Can only wholeheartedly care for each. When he returned home, he asked about her health and advised her. This and that she understood. My son has grown up to be a man with head in the sky and feet on the ground. Is a person with great ambition to start a business. In the lavish city she cannot be ignored. Personal desires that obstruct the way. The future ahead of your child. She can only be here in this place as a. The old tree is tired of waiting for people. Remember and visit again. Christian called her a few days ago. Virginia told her mother that the job was currently. Your company needs capital to expand its scale. He asked his mother if she could help him. Is that amount of money okay? For you, Judith, the number that the sun suggested. The access is extremely large. People spend, save all your life, still cannot get much. Even though she was scared, she still told her child that will think of ways to help it. Even in her heart was so confused she didn't know what to do, how to turn large amount of money. So just for a short time, take a risk run. Virginia, ask the neighbors. Neighbors, see if there is any place to borrow. Given to children unlucky. How can there be? People came to tell her that her land had. Some investors are aiming for selling time. Go then get a good price. The reason is because her land is right on the road that the state wants to plan into the new ecological area of the district. In the past, she also heard about that, but feel unrelated. I should not pay attention to anything. Mrs. Judith was happy, like finding gold so quickly. Asked people see the price of that land roughly. How they see they can contact. Can someone buy my land? Then tell Ho to ask about home. Quickly call son to discuss selling land. House for sale. Mrs. Judith also knows the level of education of the people. My low all day only know to hoe land for farming, then go to the fields to do farming. Even though the words still have meaning, I only know one or two. Just meet the literacy requirements of the village. If you let someone like her talk, doing business with people is definitely safe. 100% guarantee will be greatly flawed. So she thought to leave it to her son. Master this more than land. She kept it for the boy. Whatever it decides is not wrong. In addition to my level when meeting, the buyer will certainly be able to negotiate. Very high price, most beneficial also considered. Like a boy who worked hard to earn it. The amount of money it wants, old lady like mother. This only helps him get some property. Just a physical thing. Uncle Nam told his mother that he would make an appointment to see your land. Tomorrow or the other. Mrs. Judith, tell me what you think. I will meet him first and see how he goes. I'll arrange a time to go home. To discuss price and paperwork. How about this? Mom is bad at this. I don't know anything. Mom said to sell the land our house is located in. That state ecological planning? How specifically? My mother asked again. Pay no attention to what mom is saying. As if he knew his mother would sell land for sale. Nia also had to let him rest. My mother helps with money and is also a large sum of money for an old lady. A country girl like Mrs. Judith would have to borrow money. Can only sell land and house. Yes, but think how can do. Mom heard it was related to the tourist area. Hot spring deep in the mountain has two. The way to my house is on the top hill road. Last time mom heard the announcement. Make concrete road leading up to the mountain. Like this morning. Mrs. Judith replied that she was not sure. Sure, but this information is all fake. Neighbors have been gossiping for a long time with everyone. The house next door has a daughter who is the secretary. The district girl also said the same thing. Then 8 parts. Is that true, mom? My voice rose high. Jia Chu knock. But that's right, the number of times you home can be counted on the fingers. These years have been working away from home. City planning information. How do you know that in the middle of nowhere? Okay, but now I know. Need money to turn over business capital. I think God is really helping me. This news is just in time. It would be great to find a partner. The land in your house will be very valuable. I told you, Mom, Christian suddenly said softly. Seriously said into the phone. Before, my mother kept meeting people who wanted to buy land. Go to your house first, then see others. How do you say it, Mom? Tell me again. Will arrange time to go home. Yes. I also plan to. Then Mrs. Virginia said happily and joyfully. My husband has been with Kay for more than 20 years. If you could sell the whole plant too. Mom thought. May be able to collect enough children needed. Yes, that's great. I'm glad you said so. Talking to mom is less strange thanks to mom. But is it really that bad for you? How should I tell mom? If you get that number, your business will also be successful. Less difficult. You will also be free. A little time to do this thing. 2. Yes, I know it's difficult to do business with city people. More than in this hometown. Mom understands. Which Mrs. Judith understood and began to expand. Long, you also do not work too hard, remember. Stay healthy both of you tonight. Busy working day like this. Meal. Is the meal safe? Mom is very worried. In the city, Air pollution. Vegetable food. The root is not known to have good quality or not. Not like in the countryside atmosphere image. The garden is full of vegetables. The two children come home when they are free. Rest home health is important. Yes, okay, I know. Christian interrupted his mother. Somewhat impatient voice. I will come back soon and let you know. Mom, now I'm even more high. I have to go now. I'm hanging up. Before hanging up, I didn't forget. Remind mom after meeting partner. Results. Remember to call me, Mom. Then take care of your health when you come back. Then tell Mom so Mom can prepare. Mrs. Judith's tonic is still long. I answered abruptly and then you hung up. Want to hear my mother say something more? Mrs. Judith heard the beep on the phone. Feel sorry she knows he feels. Mom was very upset but she didn't know what to say to him other than words of concern. Today is probably the phone call. Christian talked to her the most among them. Calls from the past to the present. Because of asking my mother for help when in trouble, think of her. Here Judith was happy for her son again. When a man has something to do, he still remembers his mother. Please help me. A country mother like you. Also seems fun. Judith clearly remembers starting college. I didn't call my mom to ask for money in 2 years. Subsidize her son, too independent. Also too confident to start working extra though. Classroom learning is difficult though. Judith still sends him money without permission. Reach each month so that Judith can pay for school. Then the house money, she thought the son money. If you can do it, the boy should spend it on himself. Take better care of yourself. But remember 1 month because of late payment. I have been in several places and have not had time to send money. So he called home to ask if there was anything. What happened when she said the reason? He told Mom not to send money anymore. His body can take care of itself after a while. Later when she came to visit, she saw that he had changed places. Rent a room, ask out to know the time before. The old place increased the rent and the landlord still got it. Planning enough ways I find annoying. The other team was always cheated out of money. Such a big deal but you don't care. Heart does not confide or talk to mother but by itself. Solving alone. Mrs. Judith was very sad. Just feel his son want to rely on. Into Mom again she asked Christian, then he said say. Such a far away hometown. I can't even tell her. What can be solved? Why worry? Then go back to the city. Wasting time. Gian is indeed a son who understands too well. My mother knew exactly what she was going to do so. I'm already bothered by many things without saying a word. I don't want to cause any more trouble for my mother. Then she felt guilty towards her son. More than trying to do your best. Then support money, then food and drink. From poor countryside to help a little. That little bit makes it easier for the kid. This is a business that must be small to the point. But not knowing that the son is really stuck. Only when it's too late will you open your mouth to ask. Help her. Very happy. Think that even though family is broken, bankrupt, must find a way to help children. My boyfriend is a person after all. Mother's thinking is very simple. Need my children to be happy and have a full life. Everything is perfect for her. While Mrs. Judith was struggling with the sell land and house to help son. In a remote place of Hanoi, in a Virginia Trong 2-story house with floor plan. Over 100 square meters of Christian couple. Where the bride's parents stood as a wedding gift. Given to a couple when they get married. Christian, Hannah and her husband are sitting and talking with each other about their upcoming plans. Christian wants to expand his business. I need a lot of working capital. Don't want to ask wife's family. Come ask mother. Luckily my mother did not. This is very helpful finally. When can help you, so I am discussing with wife about selling land and house after sale. I want to bring my mother here to live together with him. Take the initiative to address the issue. This is partly because Christian knew after the sale home then you also have to think of a place to live. For mother cannot let her go out more. Most of the money will be invested. Are the costs that need to be cut? Thinking back and forth, all I could think of was taking her. Going to my house is the most economical. Christian's wife Hannah was originally a girl. Very friendly girl outside but in the hometown. Her family is one of the richest in the province. In the province at this time Hannah's personality is very Proud sense of privacy and life. Very personal life, so honest. Hannah. Don't like to be with adults in home, whether it is your parents or your husband's parents. But Hannah also understood the need to bring her mother. The husband should stay is the best thing for the wife. Her husband now, and she also have calculations of my own. I agree with you, we can take mom up. This is also convenient for my husband and I to show our filial piety. Hannah smiled gently and said something cool. I'm old now. In the countryside. Too far away. We are both busy with work. Busy roads, travel is expensive. Time I also sad because cannot take care and see mother often. Thank you wife for understanding me. Hug my wife. I know you don't like being together. Others, but just this time. Okay, I'll find it once everything is settled. Another place for mom to stay. Actually, Christian doesn't like living either. With mother, childhood memories make him no way to be close to Mrs. Dew. So you still have a sense of responsibility. The son cannot abandon his mother. Okay, you don't need to worry about. Keep up the good work, Hannah. Gently again, honey, I am calculating. Virginia work form conversion. Staying at home with my mother will be more fun. Have time to be intimate with women. We will understand each other from the moment we marry you. I have less contact with my mother now. I'm afraid of her. Will be strange to you, said, then shook hand. Her husband softly asked what he thought. So is it okay, is also my thinking. Thoughtful, he completely agreed. I nodded. He nodded and did not think about his two wives. The new husband works all the time. So the wife is the only one at home. I will be like that. Okay? Hannah smiled happily and shared with her husband. I always take on some personal projects, probably will be implemented soon as the stay at home will. Much more comfortable and have time. Take care of me too. Are you happy, husband? What do you mean, husband? Why don't you understand? The night activities just started. Decided to sell the house and the land. Has been with her almost all her life. Mrs. Judith was very sorry, although her son agreed to let her stay with him, but thought leaving the familiar place still makes. She worried and hesitated. Then she thought of her child. Boy, this time the boy goes back and forth. Several trips from the city to the countryside. Just because I want to sell the land for the road. The sun is thin and dark. She feels sorry for him. Selling land is not a day. One day too is not enough to sell all procedures. This must have lasted for months. Judith. Also take advantage of the remaining time. Visit neighbors, go to where she still works to say goodbye to everyone. People who decided to leave the countryside for the city. Living with the neighbor's son, everyone is happy. Let her reach this age and live with children are the best. In addition to selling land and houses, Mrs. Judith also collected a large sum from selling trees. Cinnamon whole root for the union side of the company. District all proceeds from selling trees and land. Many give all to son, not keep. Give me something later, I will open it for you. She has a bank account inside. Also have some money, then make a swipe card for. You can spend whatever you want. Why? Feel if take all mother's property like. But leaving nothing behind is not good. Very. Mom and kids just relax. Prepare a bedroom upstairs for mom. The second floor was very quiet. Christian was driving. Just told mom, also told her 2 months. Hey, Hannah is changing jobs, she will. Working from home, should be on the first floor. Quite a lot. If mom is bothered, then just stay in the room or in the garden. Or go out for a walk is fine. If you need me, just tell Hannah. Don't be shy. Where mom, remember now. Grandma Judith nodded. Since married now makes mother less contact. Together I hope mom will not have prejudice when with her. Christian looked at his mother with tears in his eyes and told her the truth. She deliberately wanted to change jobs. Can stay home, more contact and close to mother, also convenient care and attention. Mother's heart is more than her child, and she is also planning to have children. Really? You two have been married for almost a year. Then should consider having children. Mrs. Judith now began to chime in. More than anyway mention the matter of having children. I have a lot of experience. Living with you guys is also good for later life. I take care of my grandchildren and help you guys. Also free Virginia do this and that. Yes, I think so too, I nodded. After talking with her son Judith, Also somewhat more secure than she was originally. Nervous about moving in with my husband and I because in the city she is afraid. Bin is not familiar with the lifestyle there. A day with nothing to do would be very sad. I am currently planning to adopt a grandchild. Made Mrs. Judith happy forever. There is something to look forward to in life. Living apart for the first time since when her son got married. Judith came. The house where he and his wife are living. A 2-story house. Judith is very beautiful country lady with little education. How to describe that beauty? Like enter another world. Then the reason Christian doesn't often return home because that place was really poor. Mrs. Judith had understand the inconvenience of the child. Every time he has to go home he has to stay inside. The room was dark and cramped. It's really hard for the kid compared to her house is not even as big as my house. Clean up in her house too. Daughter-in-law Hannah welcomed her very warmly. Take her into the house and show her the room. Couple prepare everything. Her miscellaneous belongings. Into the room. Mrs. Judith was very pleased. Even is somewhat haunted because this room really spacious and very nice. Clean everything. Modern conveniences are lacking. Electronic device that she doesn't even know about. How to use it, I have to ask my daughter. Strawberry guide me. But whatever. Then what? Feel that Hannah really wants to be intimate. Being close to her mother made her feel very glad to be here and hope I can help. Got her husband and wife. The first few days may be due to the strange water. Stranger in bed. Mrs. Judith suffered from insomnia. Several nights until morning to sleep. When I woke up, I felt tired and exhausted. Hannah's spirit showed concern for her situation. People joked that she was like that. Foreigners coming to Vietnam are biased. Time zones, so stay up all night and sleep all day. Judith just smiled. Maybe because accustomed to a poor and backward life. When exposed to comfortable environments. Modern, she is somewhat unfamiliar. Like, is the night light in the living room too bright? Lying on the bed too soft? Essential oil scent too fragrant? She dare not say these things. Out of fear others say she is stupid living a good life. Happy but don't know how to enjoy. Hannah saw her mother-in-law coming to live with her but kept always complaining of pain. She discussed with Christian. Take mom to see a doctor. She is old anyway. All year round hanging around that place. That backward country man doesn't know that she has go for regular health checkups. No time for pairs of women go to general checkup. Shout for peace of mind to find out the disease. Take medicine and nourish yourself. Pick up mom anyway. Come here. Cannot let her tired forever. Heard his wife's sincere suggestion. Very satisfied, he immediately told his mother. Make an appointment for a general checkup for her. Judith did not want to go. Old, but no one wants to go to hospital. Because once examined, it will be out. Many diseases that are caused by disease must be treated. Expensive treatment but cannot let down the daughter-in-law and son in the end. She also went to the doctor but the results were not like hers. Thought it was only an old man's disease. High blood pressure, micronutrient deficiency. Seriously, there are some high indexes. Can lead to diabetes and heart disease. The doctor said she needed to take medicine according to the prescription and adjust the diet. The rest of the self-nourishment is not there. What a serious problem after all. Also received good news that health is not too healthy to worry. Virginia month peace of mind. After a few days of taking medicine and adjusting, Judith finally got used to the song. City life. Get used to the new environment. No longer insomnia at night and then lethargy during the day. Gradually the body is no longer tired at this time. When you get well you will find out. My daughter-in-law is very diligent every morning. Also get up early to prepare breakfast for husband. And Hannah's mother was sometimes tactful and gentle. Open her room door every morning to check. Are you still sleeping if you wake up? Invite her down to have breakfast with her 2 wives. Her husband often reminded her not to eat this, should eat that by now. If you take medicine, you have to watch her finish taking it. Hannah just said that parents are lazy. If you don't dare to take medicine, everything will be fine. People will forget very easily. If you remember, then, not on time and not drinking. To be honest, Judith used to be like that too. I don't like my daughter-in-law very much. Think she is a noble lady. The proud jade is difficult to please every time she returns home. Visit grandma looking into the dark little house. Hannah frowned even though she didn't say anything. This bride's discomfort cannot be overcome. Mother-in-law is grandmother. But now she understands him. My son can't stand it. Rustic scene. Dilapidated. Dark. How can she catch the old house? The city girl accepted it. Be comfortable with that for those crude and old tools to do anything. Not used to it. No wonder Hannah is so stubborn. Drag husband and mother out to eat at restaurant or buy ready-made food but definitely not eat home-cooked food. Do you think it's offensive? Daughter-in-law has to do this many times. But now look at when living in familiar environment bride knock. Hannah immediately became a good wife and daughter-in-law. Precious to the whole family but can only blame himself. I am narrow-minded frog in the well. A short time later her son. So busy that have to leave early and come home late. Makes her rarely see her students. I can talk to him but Hannah. Although she is in home but also very busy to see two wives. Husband and son both have work to do. Free time to sit and enjoy the amenities. Not very good. She thought she could help the two children with some chores around the house. So Hannah showed me how to use it. Cooking and cleaning equipment. Hannah initially refused the bride saying that she no need to do it because afraid of her. Not used to it. Dangerous and all. The couple picked her up to take care of her. Not that she wants to serve them. Judith likes it because it's true. Cool heart but still want to help children. You should still use some things like cooking rice with a rice cooker. Christian uses. Use automatic electric stove and then all the trouble. That day began for the first time Mrs. Judith use an electric stove to cook a simple lunch. For me and Hannah to take advantage of while she was work in the greenhouse in the garden. She cooked the rice according to the steps that her child took. Solved sign then turn Virginia refrigerator get some familiar looking things to do. One soup, two main dishes as usual. At home she still does. When the stove is turned on, the food starts cooking. She followed the steps as instructed. But somehow the kitchen. What kind of proof is this? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It seems the temperature is too high that it makes the pan on the stove gave off gray smoke. The most hurried pan out is in the bed. Panicking, not knowing how to turn off the stove suddenly. Suddenly the rice cooker made a swishing sound. Then a loud bang rang out across the houses. Bright suddenly dark. Mom, what's wrong? What's wrong? This house is so smoky. Hannah saw that the house suddenly lost power. Turned around and saw smoke inside. Full room, new panic, run and call mom. The husband called out before Judith could open her mouth. Say what did Hannah shout out the order. Mom pulled out all the plugs and opened all the doors. Windows and doors upstairs please, Hannah said. Ran into the room and told her. Check which circuit breaker is tripped and you will know. Processing line. Mrs. Judith was equally shocked and did not think. Praise immediately, do as your child request. Unplug the power cord and then run. Go open the first and second floor doors to avoid. Flew out of the house and finished. She was still there. Scared, heart pounding, legs shaking, sat down. The chair in the living room took a while to complete. Her soul saw her mother-in-law. She was quiet and didn't see her child. Where are you looking for something? Beep beep, the lights in the house again. Light back on after a while. In the house back to normal, new hybrid from. In the room go out, she see messy kitchen. Stains and burns, feel unpleasant. Rise but still try to hold back loan. Look at Virginia post the old woman. Wrinkled sitting on the sofa. Beautiful milky white color that she loves. The feeling of discomfort rose again and again. Was pinned down by her in front of the mask of a good wife. The strawberry that Hannah is near the roll. Hannah is almost broken because of short circuit. Today she tried to control her temper. My love. But the mother-in-law did not know. This has been wanting to anger her. If not, the day before she had an electrical short circuit she had. Back up everything you are doing, then the result of today is probably go increase. Loss is really making people not can bear it. Mom, what did you do just now that caused the short circuit? Hannah asked Mrs. Judith in a slightly gruff voice. But anyone would be angry because This thing mom are you cooking yet grandma? Judith stammered an explanation of her awkward posture. About her misery made Hannah even more. She yelled at me but it didn't work. I told you so. Don't touch the kitchen and know how to use it. What use is it to cook with grilled meat? And I'm home otherwise. This whole house is turned to ashes. Hannah, why are you talking to me like that? Position. Mrs. Judith was very surprised at the attitude. Hannah's unusual behavior also increased. My voice raised. Mom knew she had just done it. Wrong, but the version is wrong. But do you want to justify it? Christian explains. Like something else. Made the eyes pop into her throat. Judith, she started scolding her. Is it wrong or is she your mother? I have to take care of my husband and listen to him. Whatever mom says you have to do, don't do that. I dream of going to my parents but I can't even tell them. I said, what the hell? How can you be so rude? Virginia yelled. You dare to yell at me? Be proactive, you do the right thing. Too right not to burn the rice cooker. TV short circuit from left to right. Robot cleans my house and you still do. Dare to yell at me, I am rude, do you know what? How safe is this area? Do you believe it? If not, I'm home, handle later. Police and fire department will fill the house. We are not uneducated country bumpkins. Hannah also competed with the one. What I cannot do. Teacher. Know who you are. You bastard, talking to your mother. Husband is like that. Judith was shaking with anger and her eyes were red. Ear, one hand holding chest pain, one hand pointing in Hannah's face and scolded, do you believe me? Talk to Christian about this. It said that rude girl like that. You go, I let her say it, she said go call him and tell him to go see Christian. Do you believe her? Hannah wriggled and challenged her. Then added, a few more words I told her to tell him. Christian, you mean just the one who was born? Do you think he loves you so much? Think you give him life? How to make him rather live alone? I'm more than enough to live with and take care of. Squirrel here. What did you say? Mrs. Judith was so angry that she could hardly breathe because of his words. Hannah's breath was taken away. Her limbs were shaking and she collapsed. Down the chair is the person walking like about to faint. Where Hannah pretended not to see. She continued with a provocative look and, I usually. Mother-in-law, I tell you from now on. From now on you don't touch the house. My kitchen too, I forbid you. Cooking, what do you want to do? Then do it for the kids. My broken robot mop. Go get a towel and clean the floor from top to bottom. Inside out for me. Stop for a moment and then continue while I. If you are nice to her, she should know what to do. A little mother-in-law, I will feed you. She bought medicine for her. So, she just needs to be content and live quietly in peace. Just this house. Then before turning around and walking out, Lone pointed to the kitchen and said to her. Judith said if there was nothing else she would go up. Go to room, don't touch the kitchen, leave it alone. There you go. I'll be good later so I can give it to you. I don't know if I'm ruining it more. Nothing more. Mrs. Judith sat down completely. Unexpectedly, the daughter-in-law who at first, I praise everything to have a face. This is terrible, it said, an attitude. Hannah made Mrs. Ute choke on tears. She never felt this way in her life. So painful. View of the living room, anti-odor anti. She feels lonely alone. Even more than when she lived alone. In the countryside. She quickly wiped away her tears and ran away. Floor back to her room, she wanted to call. Call son, want to expose child. Fake daughter-in-law with the boy, but Judith's hopes were dashed. Call and son number like. The sound of salt from the raft echoed throughout the lake. This to another time, then cut off Christian. Not answer her phone but also. Yes, what is your job now? In the crucial stage, what to do? Time to listen to calls. Related to work, so after. Unable to call Judith's son back. She didn't want to see her daughter-in-law, so she stayed. I was absent-mindedly thinking in my room. And sometimes feel frustrated and cry. Up, you really have no one by your side. To confide this and that with the single. With son not long ago. Did she call home to tell you? Singing with old neighborhood friends is really embarrassing. If everyone has family and life. Their own life, you are far away, call back. People laugh at me for not knowing. Ashamed to bother them. Every time she is alone. She remembers. My parents and siblings are in pain again. brushed aside because of her status with them. No different than strangers. At this age, Judith never. Now I don't know that I will have to suffer. More painful than the past. But what can you do? Only then did she realize that she had not where else to return to the whole land, and the only house she had was sold. If you do not continue to stay in this house, if without continuing to face the daughter-in-law fate, then she has no choice. Think all night. She finally decided to stop eating. Determined to endure this pain no matter what. Then she cannot leave her son behind. If want to be with child, can only accept that rude and insolent daughter-in-law. With Mrs. Virginia when Hannah's mother was just a child. Children are spoiled, but no. She did not. Hannah is not just a single person. Simple as that. Where she was not when she left dinner when the son is very late at night, he came home to find his wife cleaning the kitchen with black spatter. Strange around the kitchen, but there is something. Fire without much concern about the matter. Kitchen, but the kitchen condition is still. Surprised him and asked what was wrong. What now? Hannah's face was weak. Drowning red eyes, then told to my husband. Nothing happened, just mom wanted cook dinner, but you don't let me. I'm afraid mom use electric stove with electronic appliances. Getting used to it will be dangerous, but mom doesn't. I definitely want to make dinner for you. And scolded me, saying I was criticizing my mother for being a country bumpkin. So I don't let my mother do it. Said lone. Hannah sniffled. We put on gloves. Rubber hand scrubbing and cleaning, said pitiful voice. I tried to stop. Okay, so I have to guide my mother to use it. Really? I have instructed since a few days ago. But mom still. It's okay, then next time I won't let you. Mom, if you touch these things again, it's dangerous. Too. I nodded and saw my wife still busy cleaning. Come closer and hug your wife. Okay? I'm very brave, you know. I'm afraid of these explosive electrical things. A lot, but still have to figure it out by yourself. I'm fine. I must reassure my mother too. Again, right? Let's clean up tomorrow. Take a rest. I have to finish cleaning up first. But broaden your husband's shoulders a little and say, keep the kitchen messy like this. Bear to wake up early tomorrow to be the center of attention. You also clean up is time consuming. Okay, up to you. I smiled and gently stroked my wife's neck. She felt safe. Iron let go, then think, see everything. The story is probably not as my wife said. He asked again if the house was broken. What is stuck in the rice cooker? Pan, no, let me check. I'm going to work. I'm tired. Take a rest. I can try. I will call an electrician tomorrow to check everything. One turn 4. Hannah replied. Cleaning speed was also fast. Then the mood seems to be better too. A little while after Christian came home. Depending on the wife's changing state, of course. Is not beyond my eyes, I'm sure. Surely my mother said something to her. No wonder she is unhappy. Body like this must come to be comforted by you. Then you can be happy. But then you will be sad again. Suddenly thought with my mother's personality. Perhaps the urgency made Hannah talk a little hasty and somewhat commanding. This probably upset his mother. Probably will scold this daughter-in-law for not knowing. Country girls are not afraid. Night or lost or some stories. The smoke billowed, but Hannah didn't. Must be a country girl, so she is. Still afraid of electric shock and lightning. Darkness and fire again. Mother will surely don't understand. For Hannah, she will take the standard rural girl far away to put on the head of the child. City strawberry, then say this, say that, think. I feel more reasonable, more. Find his mother really difficult. Difficult to please. Very difficult to live with. In the past makes me unable to think well of your mother. Okay, don't let yourself get too tired. I sighed softly and said to my beloved wife, you must know that I try. Work early, come home, this is for you. Have a comfortable life. Do you know I know, but it's gentle. Respond and cheer up. Take a shower and rest. I'm almost done. I will be with you soon. Christian laughed and kissed his wife on the cheek afterwards. Listen and bring your briefcase back. Private room. He did not know that Hannah was there. Behind, looking at the husband's figure. Smile with a sense of accomplishment. For Hannah, coaxing her husband was too much. Familiar, she does not need to waste time hiding any effort, but you are still completely trust even Bin, and she is innocent. Condition. Above all, Loong also understands her husband very well. Understand the not-so-good past. I am sorry for the difficulties and losses that he had to go through it, so she didn't feel wrong to treat like that. Mother-in-law also for this reason. After that, Hannah was no longer shy. Fully expose the inherent nature of me in front of Mrs. Judith. The next morning Mrs. Judith was planning to get up early to meet her son in person. Want to make it clear to Christian that what kind of person is your wife Hannah at least. She wanted Hannah to take back her selfishness. Know how to respect adults, but that's just it. Her only wish that morning when she woke up. Mrs. Judith saw that the clock was showing nearly 11 o'clock. Noon. If it was a few days ago, Hannah would definitely will wake her up before 8 o'clock for breakfast tomorrow. Now not, and this is also the situation of many, but the next day. Mrs. Judith went downstairs and saw the food on the table was cold and Hannah was sitting. Living room desk she only saw. She didn't even bother to say hello. Just said, "The food on the table is for sale. Don't think about it. To touch my kitchen stuff. After eating, you clean the house. I'll stop cleaning." The house was damaged by her, so she took a clean towel. In the room of utensils that wipe from above. "Come down to me. She is so morning song." Virginia choking. Said she treated her mother-in-law like. So why am I not a maid? In her house. But it's funny roll over. Look at Mrs. Judith sarcastically said if I don't give her a desk, she will insist on doing it later, then cause consequences. Kitchen fire, now I give desk. Then she said I was too much. Said that she was not a maid. Why don't you enjoy your free time? What are you still doing? Mrs. Judith choked. I wanted to leave. Let her do whatever she wants. I want to play the role of a good daughter-in-law too. Want Diwa V Kai to live in harmony with her. Hannah learned from her grandmother Judith that casually said so. But you don't know that then. Don't blame me for being so unreasonable. I can be more outrageous than this. There, Hannah said, then turned around and continued working. Don't say the last sentence. Bother me to do my work in the morning. Clean the house. Mrs. Judith looked at her daughter almost dumbfounded. The mother-in-law could not understand why a girl, beautiful and lovely like that, can utter cold words unintentionally. Is that how old Mrs. Tung is? But have to endure being treated like this? No, it's really too much right now. She cannot ignore it, she must say. With his son about his wife. She did not eat breakfast but went back to her room to find phone. She did not know that after Hannah also glanced at her as she turned away. A contemptuous one. What are you talking about, Mom? That's exactly what she said. Like that, but how to treat mother really much better than her parents. So be prejudiced against her. I've been working so hard. Mom, don't cause trouble for the family. My warm baby, I don't want too much. Mother's past repeats itself on her child. I replied to my mother on the phone like that. Before hanging up, words like, the knife pierced Judith's heart and she was in extreme pain and fear. Then what Hannah said yesterday also. Not without basis, she knows. I have hurt my son. Because of the love. Its personality changed, but she also tried to make up for it. But it seems like everything is insufficient. She has no one by her side, no one defend now in the face of mistreatment. Harm from the worm she cannot cling to. And the son that I gave birth to. She had nothing left but to bite. Mrs. Judith's teeth were completely unbearable. What other choice was there starting that day? Everything changes every morning. Hannah dresses. Leave her alone. Let her wake up whenever she wants. Cold breakfast on the table, then continue. With a greeting reminding her to get the towel that the good daughter-in-law used to clean the house. She wouldn't allow Mrs. Judith to use her cane. Clean the house by hand and wipe clean. Wet once then dry once. Tone. House area over 100 square meters. And the 2 floors. Mrs. Judith connected the remorse of both. Squat down to clean every corner. Small old body lost in space as if a monster had swallow her every time she sits down. Wrinkled skinny hand holding the towel. Move back and forth on the ground, try to keep everything as clean according to her deep desire. Her son married. Not only does Mrs. Judith mop the floor, must clean the surface of the furniture inside the house too. Keep them free of dust. Go clean the house and the things in the house. Mrs. Judith was almost exhausted from exhaustion and also because of obvious hunger before when doing hiring out in the countryside. The work is still heavy. Much heavier than this, but you. Hannah never felt tired. Leave like this every time I sit down to rest. Tired of blurred eyes. Hannah again. Hannah took over the house like a hungry ghost. The network pulled Mrs. Judith from her memory. Past to present. What are you doing on the ground? Done. Is it over yet? I'm still very busy. Long number for me. Once and twice cleaning the house. Mrs. Judith's words kept repeating. How many times a day if not because of Hannah and had to spill water. Falling on the floor are the carrying tools. Her dust scattered all over her house. Judith had to bend her hunched back again. Of mine down to clear the floor, which was just clean up done. Old lady very angry. A lot but cannot do anything. Can grit teeth and swallow tears. Age of resentment in the heart. After cleaning the house, doing laundry is a requirement. Mrs. Judith does her work clothes and her elegant dresses by hand. The reason is that if you wash it by machine, it will make the pants shrink. Clothes wear out quickly and are not clean. Should she feel lucky when the clothes? Otherwise Hannah still allowed her to use the machine. Wash or not but hand wash. The shirts, the suits of a son is enough for his wife's hands. Already. Judith's dress made Hannah even more. Judith was miserable not being able to use this. Don't use that one. Have to squeeze it like this. Must keep that request like that. Quickly made her little uneducated head spinning around to think of nothing but doing work and work. Judith is completely unaware of these things, which Hannah let her wash. Most of her will not continue to wear them anymore. They just give them away. Let Christian wear it once or twice before. Put it in the cupboard and then come out and catch me in a day or two. Husband had to wash it again, but the set was still there. How did Judith get her husband's expensive clothes? Hannah dared to give it to her to wash. She did not. Took them to the cleaners while she was still alive. Sleep, then get clothes back to be. Plastic bag for baby Andrea. For Andrea so she cannot. No. Indeed that person want to torture someone is not right. There are many tricks to be able to make. For someone in extreme pain Hannah no. Must be the exception. She initially acted down for fun but later became one really unfortunate habit for the sufferer. She aimed not only to capture Mrs. Judith. Work like a dog. Not even giving her a meal. Eat well every day. Breakfast cold. Meals are not allowed to be heated on the table. Lunch is boiled vegetables with salty fried meat. Dinner chat is a little more weight. A bowl of soup, a plate of stir-fried vegetables and a side dish. The stock was also salty and bitter. Mrs. Judith wanted to eat more rice to avoid the salty bitter taste. Daughter-in-law gave but Hannah did not give. She was only allowed to eat a full bowl of rice. And that's all. So every day Judith had to drink a lot of water to swallow. Drift away that salty and bitter taste. She did not know she was at risk. Diabetes? Eat a lot of rice. If you have diabetes, who will treat it? You. Complain to Mrs. Judith like that. Cruel like a stepmother. Your son is suffering, right? I'm not a beggar. Shut up. Say rude things like that again. Judith snapped back. You still want to teach me what to do? Hannah sneered. She had too familiar with poor scolding. Mrs. Judith's is just that much. I'm still feeling lucky. You are not my husband. I should. He can be excellent only because he is good. Now my husband is being taught. Like her. I really can't swallow. Okay. I say extremely unpleasant to hear, extremely pleasant to hear. Mrs. Judith just wanted to rush up and slap Hannah. A hand for the crime of speaking innocently. In fact, she did the same thing. In the end, the one who suffered was still Mrs. Heen. At that time, she had no strength left to do so. She was so weak, she was even weaker than when she moved. Come live with son and his wife for a while. It's not long ago. Moon songs. Seems like years have passed. It is very hot today. Mrs. Judith is working. After that, the tired person craves food again. Some fruit to ease the craving. Since I was a kid, the strawberry turned into a bitch. Hannah also forbade it. She eats fruit even though the fridge is full. Then she absolutely did not let her eat. Have a piece. Like today is really hot, Mrs. Judith. I really want to try while Hannah is sleeping. Stick open the refrigerator, take a red apple mixed. Going to the dining room is really no different. Thieves are despicable and unpredictable. Guess while she was eating furtively, Hannah pushed the door, burst into her room without scolding. What is just satire? Look at her and smile, nod her like a clown. Mother-in-law, where is the place where your son eats? Delicious? Accidentally blurted out, causing Judith to choke. The apple piece in Hannah's neck continued to grow. I told her to keep joking. In the fridge is Christian, you take it. What the hell, don't you take my apple back. But what Christian likes the most is apple, or what I mean by again best produced from organic to ensure. Save it for your son to eat. But she stole her son's apple. Is this mother-in-law worthy? Hannah said, then waved her hand and refused to give it. Mrs. Judith mouth fake something, continue to stab. Just a few more knives and her heart. If you eat it all or it will be a waste. Next time there is a thief, steal another fruit. And I don't feed her, she doesn't know. Go buy it yourself and eat it. Why is that? Think of it, what is your brain giving? So I started to doubt you. Is Christian really your son? No. Shut up. Go away. Go away now. Mrs. Judith was so mad that her face turned red. Throw everything she can grab at the door. Hannah, go crazy, I will take you to the hospital. That hospital. Hannah sneered threateningly, then turned around. As she left, she was hit by things above. The pain made her extremely difficult. Bear. Mrs. Judith felt extremely miserable in life. Living in this house is like living in hell. Prison with her, not clear why she still. Why try to stay here anyway? Sell land, sell house, have no place to go. These houses are not places either. Only so she can stay for her son. But her son did not care. To grandma, what grandma said the boy about his wife to be blamed by him for everything. What I thought, said, why did she have can say such cruel things? Your wife, you are the one who understands. Hannah is the best, but how can one understand her? Tell me. Mrs. Hannah was helpless and said, my son is also not understanding, even she does not understand. To meet his son in its own house too. Christian has gone to work. I'm always there. Sleep before talking about the weekend, then busy. Busy as Christian would be. He would bring Hannah home to visit. In the neighboring province made Mrs. Judith even more heartbreaking. As bad as things were, Judith still not having the heart to leave is considered. In this world there is only one. A son no mother has. Can leave his child behind, and then fate also forced her to make a decision today. It was a beautiful day. Hannah was away 2 days because of busy with something. Blood pressure medication prescribed by doctor last time. It was almost over, and Mrs. Judith was afraid that Hannah would not in time to buy more for her, but can't. Thanks to Christian, because she can't see him. Every time she goes to bed, I'm not home yet. There was no other way Mrs. Judith could bring the children the remaining medicine sample to go to the store to buy more. It was strange when the pharmacist looked at the doctor's prescription. Dr. K and the medicine she gave as a sample. Go out and ask her. If you have high blood pressure, you should limit it. How long have you had insomnia after taking sleeping pills? Because this medicine is not on the prescription. I must ask carefully. This is a prescription medicine. Has she said why Judith was so surprised. Is it sleeping pill? Yes. That's right, this is the line. Sedatives have anesthetic effects, doctor. I don't know why. The pharmacist is also very surprised. Yes. I didn't know this was my daughter-in-law. Buy this medicine for me, give it to me. I drink this every night. Mrs. Judith said honestly, then asked again. If you don't have insomnia, drink this. Am I okay? If you don't have insomnia, then drinking it is okay. Will have negative effects. Doctor. Pharmacist. Responsible for answering customers. It's like a state of dependency. If you don't take this medicine, then cannot sleep. That is, if taken in over a long period of time, will lead to insomnia. When stopping the drug, there will also be a feeling of feeling tired, losing strength, and having a fast heartbeat. Having said this, she stopped and pondered a moment, then continued to talk to the patient. People with high blood pressure usually will not was prescribed this medication because of its effects. It's very strong as far as I know. Doctor who prescribes a topical medication. Other gentler nerves though sick. Even if you have insomnia, at least you still have effect. Judith was silent for a moment. Hands and feet, cold in the air and full in the heart. Full of fear, can only tremble say yes. I remember. Get me these. One of each, please. Yes, I will wait for you. In a moment. The pharmacist nodded and then fumbled to get enough number of drugs except sleeping pills. She explained that because of the medicine. This is a must-have order to be sold. This medicine is not included in this prescription. I cannot get it for you. Yes, I understand, thank you very much. Mrs. Judith smiled and nodded quickly. Pay the bill and take the medicine and leave. Her way home, her hands and feet are not. Stop shaking, everything is too scary though. No need to study to know how to drink. Random drugs can cause death. But her daughter-in-law gave her a drink. The medicine that originally a person with high blood pressure. Tall people like you are not allowed to drink regularly. Yet she still drinks it regularly every day. She always believed that her daughter-in-law torture her to death but didn't mean to kill her like that. But after this she could not believe it. There again she can defend Christian for Chana. Said that the child did not want to be in contact with. Son should be like this medicine for. Actually, the little girl doesn't know it either. Cause such great harm, but really. She does not want because of selfish indifference. A person who destroys himself. Body like that also if Mrs. Judith. Really happened because of taking medicine. Hey Mrs. I wonder if Hannah will have any thoughts. What do you think will happen to your son? Christian's family was happy but it was very difficult for him to get married. Is there any breakup over this? No, she doesn't know but Judith does. One thing that this medicine you cannot drink anymore. Stick to your decision. Judith walked slowly back home that evening. Hannah came home after crying again. Say a few words to her as usual. Until now. Take medicine as usual. Hannah will take medicine and gave it to her. Watched her finish taking it. Then left, but this time you Judith. Take the medicine very slowly. Pill by pill. One to the end, return to the kind. She refused dangerous sleeping pills. Drink more. Why did you suddenly stop drinking? Hannah was upset. I pushed the pill towards Mrs. Judith to drink. The water is gone and you still can't sleep. Grandma, want to die sick, hurry up. If you don't drink it, throw it away. Judith turned her head and said firmly. Go away. Go out, I still go to sleep. Don't be so ignorant. Hannah growled. Voice up, drink for me right now, I'm tired. I don't want to get involved with you. No is no, no, drink also have to. Drink is the most stubborn pill in the mouth of Mrs. Judith and took the water and forced her to. Mrs. Judith shook her glass of water with all her might. Out of Hannah's hand fell to the floor broken. Water splashed everywhere. Was about to yell at Mrs. Judith when suddenly heard Christian's G shout from below. There are still footsteps running upstairs. Up while Mrs. Judith did not have time to think. God then blinked, then Hannah fell by herself and the broken glass pinned her hand. Into the red blood fragments started running. Just then Christian appeared. Judith's doorstep is still not over. Unexpectedly heard Hannah crying. And her choked voice directed. On my side brother, suddenly mother floating. Angry then took the cup to hit me and left me alone. Fall down again, my hand is bleeding and hurts. Too. Oh my God, I shouted and rushed back. Wife's side raised bleeding arm. Hannah's up and then panicked and said carefully. Don't move too much. Stand up slowly. Go downstairs so I can give you first aid and finish talking. Christian turned to Virginia and Mrs. Judith yelled. How can mother be so cruel? You have to beat her up to see. She is bleeding like this. Mom, no. Mrs. Judith stammered, really not knowing. Say something right, don't say that. What else? I'm angry, careful voice call. Mother and child also disappeared immediately. I am very hate you, don't make me hate you more. Again. I still have. Judith was so stunned that she could only play eyes. Look at me, take. Hannah is flowing. Bloody, leave her room now. The world before her seemed to collapse. Everything in the article, the things that hold and accept everything according to one sentence. Hate her son's grandmother and be completely broken. Mean returned to Mrs. Judith's room after. When treating his wife's facial wound, he coldly looked at people. My mother is full of anger and hatred. Hate, you said to the woman sitting dirty on the bed, that I give you a day to pack up. Then get out of here, you are too evil now. Hurt my wife no later, no later will harm the child. We are gone, you pack up and go. We come back tomorrow, I don't want to see your face too. After saying that, Christian turned around and walked away. Definitely no motherly love. With Grandma, Judith knew she couldn't go on. Continue to stay in this house, son. This became the reason for her to leave. Forced to leave, so after peace. Calm down and start packing your things at. How to go, still the same. Sadly, first time using a bank card. But the son opened it for me. That's buying a ticket. Left her son when she was. Burst into tears in the middle of a stormy train station. Big before cannot be defeated. Was she but just a word of the son could have made her collapse. To the point of not wanting to live anymore. I don't know what to do. She's upset. Stand up, your stomach must continue to live. Because she did not know that her son was great at this time. Such a peak, but later on he changed his mind. What if I change my mind and she's dead by then? What will happen to the baby? That prospect in a mother, see. So she had to continue living. Continue until diplomacy take the new lady away. Return to hometown after a while. Long but not short yet, the land. Virginia name changed hands and also changed an area. Pretend to be different, but everything remains the same. Change is how old Mrs. Judith is not to return to the old village, but to use part of the money to rent a small house. Withdraw and deposit savings and accounts. Old bank, she tried to find a job. Work for hire, but old lady has no one. Want to hire a poor old lady with a hunchback. Illness again and again, and so. To be able to take care of 2 meals a day. You have to do many other jobs. Each other lonely life like wild animals. He is really sad every day. It must be very late before you can sleep. Negative effects of sleeping pills from one healthy man turn her into a sick ghost. Often insomnia, cannot sleep, then think again, think more, then hurt heart, then cry for yourself. Then also cried because of missing the son. When listening to confidences and retelling stories. This story was told by Judith's son. No contact with her for more than 2 years, although hope is fading, but a mother's heart is broken. Still stubbornly told her that, be patient, and then leave peacefully. Rather than give up in regret. There is a folk song that the elders say like this. I just knew the secret love for my parents. Raise yourself when the children will understand that there is only one child who still has a chance, and no child. Dear audience, dear friends, just finished listening to the whole series. Hi, hope you will always support the channel by clicking subscribe channel, like, share video and leave comments below. Thanks guys.